You've seen him in the Suicide Squad, a walking inferno covered in tattoos. But the story of El Diablo is way deeper and darker than you might think. In fact, there have been 3 of them, and each one carries a legacy of vengeance, tragedy, and a desperate search for redemption. Let's rewind all the way back to the Old West. The first El Diablo wasn't a gangster, but a bank teller named Lazarus Lane. Yeah, Lazarus. Talk about foreshadowing. Lane was just doing his job when a gang of thieves tried to rob his bank. They beat him, left him for dead, and as if that wasn't enough, a bolt of lightning struck him down, sending him into a deep coma. Everyone thought he was a goner. But a Native American shaman named Wise Owl found him. He bound him to a minor demon, a spirit of vengeance. So while Lazarus Lane lay comatose and helpless during the day, a completely different entity would awaken when he slept. At night, the demon took over his body, and the El Diablo persona would ride out, a fiery specter of justice, punishing the wicked across the frontier. It's a classic Jekyll and Hyde story, but with a supernatural Wild West twist. Fast forward to the modern era. The legend of El Diablo had faded into local folklore. In a small Texas town called Dos Rios, a young, idealistic city councilman named Rafael Sandoval was getting sick of the corruption and crime plaguing his home. The system was broken, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. Drawing inspiration from the old tales of the devil who punished evil, Rafael created his own El Diablo persona. At first, he was just a highly skilled vigilante, like a small-town Batman using gadgets and his wits to fight for his people. It wasn't until later, after crossing paths with the Justice League, that some versions of his story gave him actual supernatural powers. But the El Diablo most of us know today is the third, and perhaps most tragic incarnation, Chato Santana. Chato was a ruthless Los Angeles gangster, a man who lived and breathed the violence of the streets. During a police raid gone wrong, he was shot and paralyzed. He ended up in a hospital, sharing a room with a comatose ancient old man, none other than the original Lazarus Lane. As Chato lay on the brink of death, his spirit drifted into a mystical realm where he met the original demon, the spirit of vengeance. Lazarus was tired, ready to pass on the torch. Chato, desperate for power and a second chance, agreed to become the new host. He was reborn, not just healed, but imbued with devastating pyrokinetic abilities. He was the new El Diablo, but this power came with a terrible price. In a blind rage while seeking revenge on a rival gang, Chato lost control. He torched a building, and in the inferno, he didn't just kill his enemies, he accidentally murdered innocent women and children. The horror of what he'd done broke him. The guilt was so immense that he didn't even try to run. He simply surrendered to the police, accepting his fate. This is the man we meet in Belle Reve prison. The quiet, guilt-ridden inmate who refuses to use his powers, who joined the Suicide Squad not for freedom. From a cursed cowboy to a city crusader to a fallen gangster, the mantle of El Diablo is a story of how justice, vengeance, and damnation are often intertwined. It's a legacy written in fire and paid for with souls.